look up again, and you don't want him to catch you staring. The girls had about fainted dead away last week when he'd glanced directly up at their window and sent them all a devil-may-care grin, as if he knew exactly what they were doing and the effect he had. "What are you three doing?" Arabelle turned to smile at another volunteer, who was usually gone long before this hour of the day. "Lily, what are you still doing here?" Lillian Blackwell, her red-gold brows lifted, sauntered into the room. "I had to swap my hours today so I could help my mother with something this morning." She drew even with them and peered out the window. "What's going on out there?" Eliza bumped Susan companionably on the shoulder. "She has no idea what she misses every day." "He walks by, Lil. The fellow the papers have dubbed Black Heart. I declare, he must be the handsomest man in all England." Something odd flashed in Lily's eyes. Recognition, perhaps? Ara tilted her head. "Do you know him? He's working at Whitehall now, it seems. With your father?" Lily's smile was vague. She backed away from the window. "I couldn't say. Daddy works with so many chaps, you know. Though I can certainly assure you he isn't one my mother has invited over to dine with us." Eliza and Susan's laughter turned to playful shoving as they each jockeyed for prime position at the window. "Need I separate you two?" Arabelle made a show of putting a hand on each of their arms and pushing them a few inches apart, positioning herself between them as a barrier. Not so she had a better view out the window. Oh, fiddlesticks! Who did she think she was fooling? Lily had retreated to the door. "Well, I'd best hurry along. This odd schedule today has me all sorts of discombobulated. I'll see you in the morning, Ara. Eliza, Sue, it was nice to actually work beside you today." A chime of farewells soon turned into excited exclamations of, "There he is! He's coming!" Arabelle drew in a deep breath, even as her eyes sought the familiar stride of Black Heart. He was stomping at a faster clip than usual down the street. No teasing grin would be shot up at them today. That was clear from the angry set of his jaw and the hands clenched into fists at his side. His nickname was no great mystery. One had only to watch him for a few moments to see the resentment, some would call it hatred, that held him in its teeth. Arabelle's fingers settled on the windowsill. She'd never met the man, but she knew him. Knew how the bitterness could eat at one, gnawing away until there was nothing left but sinew and bone, no heart to speak of. Just looking at him took her back to those dark days, the days before Aunt Hetty, before the Braxtons, before the Lord had shown her how he'd always been by her side, when it was just her and a dead mother and a missing father and a village rector who hadn't a clue what to do with a seething 10-year-old girl. Father God, he wears his pain like a uniform. She watched Black Heart pound the pavement ever nearer to their window. But you can reach him, as you reached me. Touch his heart, Lord. Break it if you must. Show him that you're there, right there beside him. She'd prayed nearly the same prayer every day for months. Every day he stalked by Charing Cross on his way home from the old Admiralty building, where he'd somehow ended up instead of in front of a firing squad. To hear the papers tell it, he'd killed his entire squadron, willfully. 5 flying aces taken out in their prime by his jealousy and hateful nature, all because of an argument with one of the pilots. He chose that moment to glance up. No smile upon his lips, not today, and who knew what he could really...